The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Rail Splitter Football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is an SBA preferred lender and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football.
The heart of memory care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Lincoln Rail Splitter football is on the air. Bobby V along with Coach Ken Schweitzer. And before the game tonight, we got to see the junior cheerleaders and football players all the way from first grade on up and through junior high. And that's the base of the program. They're out there training every week out there at the Cutler Hammer factory on the fields out there, Coach. And that is the heart of the Railer football program right there.
Well, there was a lot of young kids out there, Bob. A lot of girl cheerleaders and then a lot of players. So hope they all stick with it and eventually will become Lincoln Railers.
So the Lincoln players are going to come out through the arch tonight between the pom-poms and the cheerleaders and the band. And, of course, the Railers in their home red uniforms going up against the Eisenhower Panthers. And, Coach, the Eisenhower Panthers had a rough time last week against the Jacksonville Crimsons.
Yeah, they opened up last week against Jacksonville at home and dropped the game 51-6. Lincoln Railers, of course, against the Lions of Lanphier down in Springfield, won their first game 41-8.
Okay, Coach Ken Schweitzer, before we get it started, it's time to check tonight's list of the games, sponsored by Me Realty. List your home with Me Realty when it's time to sell. And if you're looking to buy, check the listings at merealty.com. And here's the three lists of the game. Coach Ken Schweitzer's got them for me. He was right on top of them last week. I'm stalling for time as he finds them, and there he goes.
Okay, the first key to the game tonight is contain the quarterback. Eisenhower has an experienced quarterback. He's athletic. He's got some deception. He likes to throw the ball, and he can run with the ball, so you got to contain him. Number two is run between the tackles. The Railers did a nice job last week getting to the outside, then run between the tackles as much, and I know Coach would like to be able to do a little better job with that this week. And number three is to generate our passing game. I think last week we were 1 for 5 throwing the ball, so Coach would like to throw a little more and have a little more success with the passing game tonight.
And that's the way we like it. The Rail Splitters did a great job last week as they knocked off Lanphier 41-8 at Memorial Stadium, and we're at Hanlon Field tonight, but we're going to be back at Memorial Stadium next week against Springfield. So the Lincoln Rail Splitters got their work cut out with them. Tonight they've got their red home jerseys with the white numerals, the white helmet, and the white leggings as they get ready to go up against the Eisenhower Panthers.
Yeah, Eisenhower comes into the game. They are coached by Jawan Johnson, I think. Boy, I lose all of our papers here, Bob, but no, it's just organization. We're lacking that. I am. Yes.
Matt Silkowski.
Jawan Johnson is their head coach. He's been there for a few years. They've had a tough go with it. They were 1-8 last year in the Central State 8 and 0-1 start the season. So the Railers, of course, they've got experience out there, as we know, Bob. A lot of returning players from last year. They had a good start last week. So they're out there with a lot of confidence, and they expect to win this game tonight. They just have to go out and execute.
Well, as the Rail Splitters came out, they announced the starting lineup. And, of course, up on that front line, the defensive ends are Evan Wackendorf and Owen Grant, and the nose tackle is Frank Sanders. The linebackers, Tate Johnston, I believe Kobe Glenn, Jaden Gully, and I may be a change in the starting lineup tonight. I'm not sure. Last week it was Peyton Bunner, but tonight number 50, he may have changed numbers. I think he changed his number to number 53 because there's no number 53 on the card. That might be his home number. So here's the officials for tonight's game in the Lincoln Eisenhower contest. It's going to be Don Carpenter will be the referee. Nathan Roberts is the umpire. The line judge is Kyle White. The linesman is Maurice Mosley, and the back judge is Jeff Cunningham. And they're getting ready to kick it away. The Rail Splitters will receive, and back to receive for the Rail Splitters are the Carson twins, Keon and Kanai, for the Rail Splitters. Kanai wears the number 2. Keon wears the number 24. And in case you hadn't heard, Keon has a chance to tie and break the all-time touchdown scoring record here tonight. He has 32 touchdowns in his career. The record is 33, held by Dean Clark from the class of 23, and you'll remember in recent history, Drayden Posgay. All had 33 touchdowns apiece. That's Clark and Posgay. And now getting ready to kick it away, the Cater Martha Generals are going to kick a straightaway, short approach. It's going to be a short kick, and the Rail Splitters at the 20 to the 25 to the 30, 35. Good blocking to the 40 to the 45. Goes to the outside. That's Keon Carson along the sideline at the 40, deep into Eisenhower's territory. Stays on his feet. Finally taken down at the 24-yard line. Smart play there by Keon Carson. Carson. He was deep for the reception, and then he came up and caught that pass.
Yeah, well, he did a nice job. He cut it clear across the field. He caught her on the right side and came all the way to the sideline, the Lincoln sideline, went upfield and made a couple people miss and got it down inside where they place it, right on the 25-yard line.
And that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, the first one of the game, and that's the way we like it, baby. The Rail Splitters deep in Panther territory as Darren Stevens and the Railers get ready to rock here. It's Darren Stevens' senior year as the quarterback. He's a veteran. He's 6'3", 185 pounds. His running backs are the Carson brothers, Kenai and Keon. Up on that offensive line, his center is Jace Warsham. The guards are Wackendorf and Dom, and the tackles are Poole and Johnston. Warsham will snap it to, he wears the number 52, and he'll snap it to Darren Stevens. He's the lone man in the backfield. Wears the number 12. Rolls out to his right. He's got a good arm on him, and he's got a completion, I believe. No, incomplete. The intended receiver out there was Keon Carson.
In first play of the game, they came up throwing the ball. We talked about him wanting to throw more, but the ball was just a little short of his receiver, and he wasn't able to hang on.
Checking in there at tight end for the Rail Splitters is big number 7, Ryan Frugier. He's 6'3", 185-pounder, and split wide to the right. It's going to be Gabe Smith. Smith, 6'2", 170. He's a junior. They've got the fullback in there. That's Peyton Bunner, and he's going to get the handoff from Stevens off a right tackle, and he picks up, it looks like about 5 or 6 yards, Coach, on that 2nd and 10 play.
And just as we said beginning the game, that they wanted to try to run up the middle and throw the ball, and they threw on first down, went off tackle there and got 5 yards on second down.
Peyton Bunner, the junior, 6 foot 200-pounder with those 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Rail Splitters. Again, Gabe Smith split wide to the right. We've got a man in the slot. That is Peyton Bunner now out of that wing formation. Keon goes in motion. He gets around one man. He looks for a first down, and he's got it and more, but there's a flag on the play. Keon picked up the first down, but there was a flag on the play. We'll have to see what they're going to call.
I didn't see any lead blocks out there for him, so I don't think there can be a clip. I don't know if there was a grabbed his face mask, possibly. Have to wait and see what the official calls here.
I think you're right, Coach. I thought he may have been giving that motion. If it stands, I believe Keon's got the first down on the far right side of the field, down close to about the 11, 12-yard line.
It's a hold on the Railers. I didn't see any lead blockers out there to hold, but there must have been someone else.
So the football is going to come back, or will be penalized from the point of the infraction.
Holding against the Railers.
And as they say, holding against the Rail Splitters. They're going to march it off and bring the football back around the 31-yard line. So it's going to be a long first down now for the Rail Splitters.
Yeah, they take 10 yards from the spot of the infraction, so it's going to be 3rd and about 15 here. It's 2-down territory for the Railers. They're deep in Eisenhower territory.
So Lincoln's going to go with 2 receivers on the near side here. Looks like Crane and Keon Carson. Snap to Stevens, rolls out to his left. He's got a man open in the flat. That's Keon. Spins away from the tackle, stays on his feet, and he's knocked down inside the 15-yard line. Keon Carson showing his deft foot movement there as he spun out of a tackle, Coach, and was able to get down to the 15-yard line.
And that's a 15-yard pass play, and that's a first down, and they did a nice job getting away from that tackler to make the first down.
And that's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it. 1st and 10 for the Rail Splitters.
It's now a 15-yard line.
At the 15-yard line, close to the near side hash mark. That big offensive line for Lincoln up there. Washam will snap it to Stevens. They've got the fullback in there, man in motion. Now they hand it off to the fullback. Off the left side, some good blocking there. That was Peyton Bunner. Some very nice blocking there from Wackendorf and Poole on that left side of the line. And Washam, they're going to spot him down around the 7-yard line.
About an 8-yard pickup, and you were right. There was a little hole there for him, and he saw it, and he got through it and was able to pick up a big yardage, 8 yards.
2nd and 2. Railers up on that offensive line, ready to go. Gabe Smith split to the left. Keon goes in motion, gets the handoff, runs it right up the gut, and he is in for the touchdown. Keon Carson, that's the 33rd touchdown of Keon's career, and he ties the all-time touchdown record for the Rail Splitters. Lincoln Rail Splitters lead at 6-0. Nice blocking right up the gut right there for the Rail Splitters. Washam and Walkendorf and Dom up there blocking.
Gave him some, at the line of scrimmage, gave him some room. Then he got into the secondary there, and he was able to just pick his way through some tacklers, made the touchdown. Nice little run.
Now the attempt for the extra point. That's going to be Angel Harrow. There's the placement, the kick, and it is through the uprights, and the Rail Splitters lead it 7-0, and that's a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown, an extra point for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. They lead it 7-0 with 10:03 left in the first quarter. We'll be back.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Angel Harrow kicks the extra point. We remind you that all kickoffs for the Rail Splitters are sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, Illinois. That's out close to Ken Schweitzer territory, 1909 North Kickapoo Street.
That's way out there, yeah.
Way out there on the north side of Lincoln where the wind is cold in the winter.
That's for sure. Absolutely colder than downtown.
Angel going to kick it off for the Rail Splitters. He's got the long approach on the soccer-style kick, and he's been booming it this year. He had some great kicks down there at Memorial Stadium. As I said, Lincoln in those red jerseys with the white leggings, the white numerals, and the white helmet. Waiting for the official to blow the whistle so we can rock and roll here. Lincoln with that 7-0 lead. Angel Harrow now. He's ready to go. Here's the approach. Boom, he booms a long one down, and that's going to go deep to the end zone, and he keeps the ball, though, and gets out there. That's number 10, but a lot of Rail Splitters down there take him down. That was close to the end zone on that kick, but he brought it out.
Yeah, that kick went right to the goal line. He had to go up high to catch it. He'd have been smarter to let it go because he didn't have much running room, and the Railers covered great downfield. They're going to take over where? Is it on the 10? I think it's on the 10-yard line.
DeMonte Phillips was the man that ran at 10 yards, but that's all the farther he could get. He was smothered by the Lincoln student body there. He wouldn't be able to take it very far. So it's 7-0 Rail Splitters. First play from scrimmage for the Panthers, and their quarterback is the veteran Darian Alexander, 5'9", 195. He's a senior. He likes to run and throw. His two wide receivers are Gary Gardner Jr. and Marshawn Cooper. His big running back is Omar Willis. His tight end is Braden Alfaloni. So Alexander's got the snap, hands off, and he's not going anywhere. That was Omari Willis, 6'2", 200-pound, the fullback, and the Rail Splitters were there to stop him immediately.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was who that was. I think that might have been Frank Sanders, but I'm not sure who got in there. But he just defeated the blocker out and just knocked him down for no gain. Big
Frank Sanders in the middle of that line. He's 6'4", 200, and he's flanked by Evan Walkendorf and Owen Grant. On the front line for the Rail Splitters, Grant wears the number 33, Walkendorf's number 73, and Sanders is number 69. Second play from scrimmage, Darian Alexander going to operate out of the gun. And now he's going to the sideline to talk to the coach. The play clock hasn't started yet. They're bringing another player in. And we'll have to check and see who that is. That's a running back with the play. That's Omari Willis. Darian Alexander will operate out of the guns. Got the snap. Hands off. He keeps it himself, and he's not going anywhere. The right side of the Railer defense stops him. The quarterback, Darian Alexander, kept the ball himself, and he was tackled in the backfield. It was 2nd and 14 on that play, Coach. Now it's going to be a third down situation. Yeah, it looked like he lost a couple on that yard. We talked at the start of the game about how the quarterback, he likes to run the ball a little bit, Bob, and throw the ball. We haven't seen him throw, but there was no place to run as a Lincoln defense as a team effort. They just pursue the ball and stopped him for a loss. Is he on about the 3-yard line now? Looked like they're back on the Lincoln
3.
defense has switched up. They got Walkendorf at the nose guard now, and Grant and Sanders are the defensive ends. 3rd and 18 for Eisenhower, the Panthers. Alexander, a high snap. He grabs it, left-hander, throws it out into the flats, got his man along the sideline, and then he's finally wrapped up. The contain there for the Rail Splitters. That was Gabe Smith. Did a good job of containing him, and another one of the Rail Splitters, Frank Sanders, I believe, came over and hit him.
He was close. He got close to the first down. I think he's just short of it. Well, they're going to put it on the 15. He might have stepped out of bounds. I don't know. It's on the 15, though. It's going to be 4th and about 5.
So Owen Grant and Evan Walkendorf coming off the field. They've completed their mission, and now the Rail Splitters wait for the punt from the Eisenhower Panthers. They're deep in their own territory. They've got a 4th and 5. 8 minutes remains in the first quarter, and your Rail Splitters lead 7-0. We wait for the snap on the punt. Here it is. He's got it. Boots it away. Nice spiraling end-over-end punt. And it's going to hit and roll into Lincoln territory. A nice punt there, Coach, as it comes to a stop just short of the 35-yard line where it's downed by Kenai Carson.
Yeah, he got a nice roll after it hit the ground, and Lincoln had nobody back to catch it. So they got good roll out of it. So good field position for Eisenhower. And Lincoln's going to have on the 35-yard line, so that's not a bad place to start from.
And that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down on the punt, and that's the way we like it, baby. 1st and 10 for the Rail Splitters. 7 minutes, 41 seconds remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to 96.3 FM on your radio dial. The Rail Splitters up by a touchdown, and they come to the line of scrimmage. That's Warsham up over the football. He'll snap it to Darren Stevens. He's got the fullback in there. Now a man goes in motion. He's got the handoff up the left side. That's Kenai Carson, and he spins through a host of Panthers, and he continues to refuse to go down. They wrapped him up at around the Lincoln 43, 44-yard line, and he just like a whirling dervish kept spinning to the Lincoln 49 for another Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it. We've seen that so far early, coaches. Kenai Carson, he's elusive. He won't go down. He had 2-3 guys on him.
Yeah, he got hit there after he got past the line of scrimmage, and as you said, he just kept his legs running, and he wouldn't go down.
Near side hash mark, 1st and 10, man in motion. They fake the handoff to Kenai, and now Stevens rolls out to his right. Good block there. Stevens going to keep the football, and he rambles down to the 45-yard line into Panther territory. A 6-yard pickup there by the quarterback, Darren Stevens.
Yeah, he wanted to throw the ball, Bob, but he couldn't find anybody open, and so he did the smart thing and tucked it away and picked up 6 yards. 7 yards. 6 yards.
Second down for the Rail Splitters. 2nd and 4. 6:52 for the first quarter clock. Rail Splitters lead at 7-0. Gabe Smith split here to the near side. Stevens out of the gun, man in motion. They hand it off. That's the fullback, number 18. I believe that's Kobe Glenn. Mm-hmm. Got the handoff there, and he's got another Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down to the Panther 39-yard line, and that's the way we like it, baby. They move the sticks. Rail Splitters, no huddle. They're back at the line of scrimmage. Man in motion. Keon Carson around the right side. On the move. Eludes 2-3 tacklers, and he's going to go. Keon Carson with the record right there, the touchdown for the Rail Splitters. And Keon Carson has just set the all-time touchdown record for the Rail Splitters in a beautifully executed play, Coach.
Yeah, he had plenty of room to run. There was no defense there to stop him. He got past the line of scrimmage going out to the right side and just kind of got past one tackler, and he just waltzed his way into the end zone.
What a great record for Keon and his family. They're dancing on the streets in Lincoln, around the courthouse, on McLean and Broadway and Pulaski and Kickapoo. Here's the extra point kick, and I think it was blown dead. They're dancing out on Woodlawn Road and out in the country for Keon Carson as he picks up his 34th touchdown of his career. 6:25. That happened at 6:25 left in the first quarter here on September 1st, 2023.
We had a flag there on the extra point. Let's see what they called. Lincoln's moving back. They moved the ball back.
5-yard penalty.
Didn't see what it was for. False start, maybe. Yeah.
And Angel Harrow's going to try it again. I believe that's Poole on the snap, and it'll be Crane on the hold for Angel. Here's the snap, the placement. The kick is no good. Wide to the right. Wide to the right. So the score will remain Lincoln Rail Splitters 13, Eisenhower Panthers 0, and we'll be back.
The heart of memory care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
And, Coach, that Keon Carson, his 34th touchdown in his career, that was a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. And we get ready for the kick. Go ahead, Coach.
No, I was just going to say he made a nice run there. You know, most of his runs are not, he was able to escape a tackle, and that got him free, and he just went into the end zone. But there's going to be many more here the rest of the season. This is only week 2, but nice to get the record early and then stick with business and win some games.
That's his 6th touchdown of the year. He had 4 against Landfair. He's already got 2 tonight in the first quarter. And, of course, all our kickoffs are sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. They've got all the equipment out there. Just call up Perry Weinbrenner. Here's the kick by Angel, and he's kicked another one right to the goal line. Goes off the hands, and he's going to have to down it in the end zone. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 20.
Yeah, after the first time, I kind of wondered why he even tried to catch it. You know, I think if I was on the goal line to start with, I'd just let it go.
Let her fly and take the ball on the 20. At least you got better field position.
Yeah, you get 10 more yards than you had the first possession. But, you know, that last time they had the ball, they had one nice play there. That pass play to the outside, I think, picked up about 12 yards. And they didn't get them a first down. But I think that's something you got to have to defend and watch, see a little more of that passing.
Coach, we got a new sponsor this week, and I got to go back to calling the game. Sam Polis, Edward Jones Financial, our new sponsor this week at 1400 Woodlawn Road. So the Panthers come to the line of scrimmage. They're fine quarterback, the veteran Darian Alexander, the senior 5'9", 195-pounder.
Oh, timeout.
And now there's a timeout on the field, I believe, by the Panthers. So we'll be back in 30 seconds.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Back on the field, 6:22 left in the first quarter. We'll tell you some of our fine sponsors of the Longtime Carpet House. Chase Lowry, he's with Edward Jones, a financial advisor. Culligan Water Systems. Dara Entwistle, she's an independent health insurance agent. Headline Salon, they've got some great people there. And we'll go back to the football game. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Panthers out of an I formation. They've got 2 receivers on each side of the field. Low hike on the ground, and all Alexander can do is just dive on the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, well, he's not in the end zone, but he's behind the 20. Yeah. In the backfield, he had no option there. The ball kind of rolled back to him. He just did the right thing and recovered and didn't try to do any more. So
it's still going to be 2nd and 10. The clock keeps rolling. It's going to be 2nd and 14. I'm sorry. It rolled 4 yards back, so it's going to be 2nd and 14 with 5:55 left in the first quarter. Alexander out of the gun. He's got 1 running back with him back there. As we get ready for the snap, there it is. He's a left-hander, throws it out long. Good coverage out there by Gabe Smith, and he almost picked it off. And did the Panther player catch it? No, they're going to say incomplete. Good coverage out there by Gabe Smith, the junior. He's 6'2", 170, and he went right up with the Panther receiver, and he didn't catch it.
It was kind of a jump ball. They both went up for it, and as you said, that was who was our defender? Was that
Gabe Smith?
Gabe, yeah, Gabe couldn't catch it, so he knocked it down, and it went incomplete.
And that stops the clock with 5:39 remaining in the first quarter. 3rd and 14 for the Eisenhower Panthers. Darian Alexander giving some directions to his teammates, looking at the Lincoln defense. Looks like they want to blitz. Here's the snap to Alexander, and he just barely gets rid of it. There were 2 rail splitters in there. Big Frank Sanders was in there. along with Peyton Bunner, came from his linebacker position, and just nothing he could do. He just had to loft it out of there to keep away from the sack.
Yeah, he knew where he wanted to throw, but he didn't have any time, like you said, Bob, with the pressure up front, and just kind of threw it away.
He didn't want to give away any Mellow Cream donuts.
So that's a fourth down and a punting situation for the Panthers.
So they'll have to punt it away again. That stops the clock with 5:34 left in the first quarter. And the Rail Splitters, primarily a veteran team. A lot of these guys saw a lot of playing time last year. Keon's back for the punt. Of course, Keon wears the number 24. Oh. Long snap, and he's not going to be able to punt it. And he just now he finally gets it away.
Get away from it, yeah.
And they're just going to let it roll. Keon and Kanai back there, and Kanai is going to down it just across the Panther 46-yard line. That was a magic act getting that punt off because he had a rail splitter on him.
Yeah, well, he couldn't punt it originally, so he ran to his left, thought about running, and then he thought, I'm not getting anywhere there. So he came back to his right, had a slight opening, and he got the kickoff. It wasn't a great kick, but he got some yardage out of it, and the Railers are going to take over in Panther territory on their 45-yard line.
Darren Stevens, our fine quarterback, runs onto the field. He's a cool customer. He always has been. He's always in control of his emotions no matter what happens, and he runs the Lincoln Rail Splitter offense out there. Keon Carson wears the 24. His brother Kanai wears the number 2. Here's the snap to Darren along the sideline and incomplete. Trying to pick up who that intended receiver was over there. I think it was
Gabe Smith was over there.
Gabe Smith. He's a good receiver. If he gets a hold of it, he's got good speed. 2nd and 10 for the Rail Splitters. Darren looking to the sidelines, getting the offensive play, and now he'll go back into the huddle.
You know, when you get some early scores like the Railers have, up 13-0 here, still middle of the first quarter, you're going to try to work on some things that you wanted to do, and passing is one of them, and still haven't found his targets as much as they'd like to. So I suspect they're going to throw a little more, just trying to work on the passing game.
And this time they do split Kobe Glenn out here to the near side wide, and now the official Lincoln coaches want a timeout, and we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Rail Splitters lead it 13-0.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Lincoln Rail Splitter football. The Rail Splitters lead at 14-0 with 5:19 left in the first quarter. They didn't like the way things were set up, Coach, so they called timeout. And now they're ready to go.
Yeah, Coach wasn't too happy with somebody was not lined up in the right place, and they were going all over the place, and rather than take a penalty, he called the timeout.
So 2nd and 10 for the Rail Splitters on the far side hash mark. Stevens looks along the line of scrimmage, and now he's ready to go. He's got Kobe Glenn here split wide to the left, looks to the right. Now he comes back to Glenn. Glenn's got it. He's got a good block, and he runs along the sideline to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and he's finally wrestled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Kobe Glenn on the pass from Darren Stevens, and you were right, Coach. They wanted to do some passing, and that worked out quite well.
Yeah, he had a nice run after the catch. As the throw was right on target, he made a nice catch. Took it down to about the 12. Is that where he's at? No, he's inside the 10. No, he's on the 10.
That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down, and that's the way we like it, baby. The Rail Splitters, no huddle, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now Darren Stevens got the snap from Washam, hands it off to Keon Carson, off the left side, still on his feet, dancing away from a 1B tackle, and he is into the end zone for another touchdown. Keon's 3rd touchdown of the first quarter, and the Rail Splitters lead at 19-0. 5:01 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think that ball was on the 11. That was an 11-yard run, and he just did a little dancing there, Bob, picking out some spots to run just to avoid some tacklers, and which we know he does so well. And he took it into the end zone for the 3rd touchdown here in this first quarter.
Nice blocking on that right side by Tate Johnston and Joe Dom, the right side guard and tackle. Here's the kick by Angel, and it's going to be up and through the uprights, and that's the extra point. We want to thank Joe Ryan, Country Financial, for that touchdown for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. Splitters. The Rail Splitters lead it 20-0, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
Hanlon Field, and of course all our kickoffs sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Perry Weinbrenner, the nicest guy in town. He's got plenty of equipment out there. If you need to get the job done, call Perry and his gang up, and they'll get the equipment for you. Angel Harrell kicked the extra point for the Rail Splitters. He's one of the veterans for this Railer team. He's a senior, and this year, Coach, he's been booming those kickoffs right to the goal line.
Yeah, he was good last year, and I think he's added a little strength. He gets it just a little farther, but yeah, he's very consistent on that and on his extra point and field goal tries.
He waits for the whistle from the official so he can approach. He's a soccer-style kicker, and he'll boot it away from the Rail Splitter 40-yard line. Here he goes. This is a little bit short in no man's land. Somebody going to pick it up, and they trip each other. So that's going to be a first down for the Panthers, maybe at the 20-yard line. Hey, Max, how you doing?
Good.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eisenhower Panthers. One of my fans came up here. And
one of them?
Came up here to
your fan.
That's my fan. That's it. I only have one. They let him up in here to the press box. He passed security. It's not very hard.
Yeah, there was that ball hit the ground and was a live ball. 3 Eisenhower Panthers converged on it. They ran into each other and they were able to cover it, but they all went down the ground. So they're going to start on their own 20-yard line. This is their 3rd possession of the game. The Lincolns had 3 possessions and scored on all 3.
Up there on that front line for the Rail Splitters, the defensive ends are Sanders and Owens, and the nose guard is Wackendorf. They wait for the snap. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Alexander's got it, throws it quickly out in the flat, and they blow it dead. His teammate caught it out there as a shoestring catch by Gary Gardner Jr., but they blew the play dead, Coach. 4:56, and it's only the first quarter.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag, so I'm not sure what this is going to be. Procedure usually at that point, but because it was blown before the snap, I think.
Well, they're huddling up now.
Yeah, they're going back, so it's on them. It's got to be a 5-yarder, I would think.
4:56 left in the first. Lincoln Rail Splitters lead at 20-0. They've already scored 61 points this year, Coach. That's unbelievable for the Rail Splitters.
You did a good job on your math there, Bob.
I did. Well, the math teacher from Carroll Catholic's down there, Ann Stolzenberg. I was getting a few tips from her.
Hey, I'm not terribly impressed. In 3 or 4 weeks, when you have to add more numbers, then we will be.
Oh, well, yeah. Then it's going to be out of control. I'll just fake it.
You'll have your calculator out.
Yeah. Darian Alexander giving directions to his teammates out there. The quarterback going to be 1st and 15 for the Panthers. He's got the snap. Going to keep it himself and try and run it around the left side. And nothing there. I'm trying to pick up who was on the tackle. Is that number 1 for the Rail Splitters?
Not sure.
Not sure.
That's 4. Maybe it's 4. Is that Harrow?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's at outside. Yeah. Well, he's one of the linebackers.
Lincoln had a blitz on that time, Bob, and the quarterback was still able to run down the line, but he couldn't turn it up, and the Railers just stopped him for another loss back to about the 11.
All right. Well, I'll be 75 this month, so a 4 looks like a 1 from here.
Well, that's all right.
Is that second down still? Yeah, 2nd and 18. As Angel came from his linebacker position. Darian Alexander, he's probably the best player on the team, trying to give directions. He's the left-hander. He's going to air it out long and almost picked off. Good coverage there by that's number 18 for the Rail Splitters, Kobe Glenn. He got his hands on it.
The receiver had the defender beat there for a minute. The ball hung up in the air for quite a while and gave Kobe a chance to catch up. And as you said, he got a hand up and knocked it incomplete.
Kobe's one of those veteran seniors for the Rail Splitters. He's 6 foot, 185-pounder, and he's pretty quick. 3rd and 18 now for the Panthers. Coach, you know, I went to, they had a reunion at Old Fans Field, the old baseball field this year.
Yeah.
My grandpa used to take me there in the 50s. That was pretty interesting. Of course, the old stadium's gone, but you don't care about that, do you? Darian Alexander.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do you? Oh,
I
good.
care about all the stuff you
Anything I say. Here's the snap to Alexander, the southpaw, and they blow it dead. Still 4 minutes and 26 seconds left in the first quarter. This may be the longest first quarter ever. The Rail Splitters have 20 points.
That's a penalty, another procedure penalty against Eisenhower.
So it was 3rd and 18. Now it's probably going to be about 3rd and 23 at the 12-yard line. Beautiful night.
And, you know, we didn't mention it pregame, but the field's in great shape. It looks great out there. Nice grass field, lined well. Just a perfect night for high school football.
You're right, Coach. No wind at all. Looks weird over by the old tennis courts. The old concession stand's gone, and I don't know what is that going to be a complete big tennis court? Here's Alexander. Good pressure by Frank Sanders.
Look at that.
Long pass, and
almost intercepted by.
Almost picked off, and I think that's Angel.
No, that's Christian Brown.
Is that Christian Brown?
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
He almost picked it off. Good job, Christian.
Yeah, Lincoln had a couple defenders there, had it well covered. He put another nice ball up in the air, a lot of air under it. He can get it down the field, but, you know, they don't connect on too many of them.
4th and 23 for Eisenhower, and now Keon Carson back to receive on the punt for the Rail Splitters. As I mentioned, the Rail Splitters in some nice-looking uniforms, Coach. Red jerseys with the white helmets, the white leggings, and the white numerals. Easy to pick up when you're calling the game. Ball's at the 7-yard line, 4th and 23 for Eisenhower. Number 24, Keon Carson, back for the Rail Splitters, standing around the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Something's not right down the official.
Eisenhower is always running someone in off the sideline a little late, and that's another 5-yard penalty against them for, I don't know, it's procedure, delay game, or what it was, but they just never seem to have quite all the right 11 on the field at the right time.
So that's going to make it 4th and 28 at the 2-yard line. So he's going to have to punt it out of the end zone. Good punt, and he kicks it end over end. Keon's got it. He's going to run with it to the 20, to the 15, does a little stop and go, a little shake and bake, and he's going to take it in for another touchdown. Keon Carson has 4 touchdowns in the first quarter for the Rail Splitters. That'll make the score Rail Splitters 26 and the Eisenhower Panthers 0.
I think he caught that ball on about the 25, if I saw it quite right. It was a short kick, and again, he went to the left and found a few openings, made a few moves, and got around any defenders that wanted to try to tackle him, and took it into the end zone.
Wow, he's got 8 touchdowns already this year. So it'll be Poole on the snap, Crane on the hold, and Angel will kick it, and it is through the uprights, and the Railers lead it 27-0, and that was a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
This thing ever, that big stadium, you know.
Back here at Hanlon Field, we're still in the first quarter, 4 minutes, 10 seconds left, and the Railers have a 27-0 lead. 4 touchdowns, all by Keon Carson, the record setter. So Railers are going to kick off again. And Eisenhower has another shot at the offense, but they have not been able to move the ball yet tonight.
And another thanks to Chicago Street Rentals, located at 1909 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln, our fine kickoff sponsor. And again, Angel going to kick it off for the Rail Splitters. He just kicked another extra point, and he'll kick it soccer style for the Rail Splitters. You know it's going to be deep. Here's the approach. He booms it away, and it's going to come down around the 5-yard line, and Eisenhower out to the 10, the 15, 20 along the sideline. Got a little running room, and that's the best field position they've had all night as a running back.
I think they fumbled.
He rambled down to the 37-yard line before he fumbled. And now it looks like Angel made the hit and caused the fumble.
They got it back.
And they got it back. Yeah. Angel made that hit, though, and he knocked it loose, but the Panthers, as you said, Coach, able to pick it up.
Yeah, as you said, best field position they've had all night. It's going to be, looks like they're going to spot it on the 38-yard line. 38.
On their own 38-yard line.
First and 10 for the Panthers. 3:59 remains first quarter, and the Rail Splitters lead at 27-0. And no doubt tonight, Coach, it looks like it's going to be 2 games in a row with a running clock by the time this.
At the rate we're going, for sure, unless something changes, and we don't suspect that.
Darian Alexander, the quarterback for the Panthers. As Coach told you, first and 10 at the 38. Here's the snap, throws it out in the flats, got his man. That's Gardner, and nowhere to go for him. And the tackle for the Rail Splitters there is made by number 53. I believe he changed numbers tonight. I think that's, is that Peyton Bunner?
He got 5 yards on there, Bob, but Kobe Glenn tried to make the first initial hit, which would have negated the gain there a little bit, but missed it. But it picked up 5. It was a good first down play.
You know, there's no 13 out there. I'm thinking that's Jaden Gully that wears the number 53 tonight.
Yeah, we didn't hear that, but...
Here's the snap. Alexander low, picks it up off the turf, passes it out into the flats, got his man, and there's about 4 Rail Splitters there to take him down. The first guy there was Gabe Smith for the Rail Splitters. Good sportsmanship. He helps him up off the turf.
Yeah, about a 1-yard pickup, but that was a nice throw and a nice catch by the receiver, and that could be what, last week, the one thing that Lanford had a little success with was throwing the ball, and so far tonight, that's what Eisenhower's had their little success with.
And now they've got a 3rd and 4 situation at their own 44. 2:45 left for the first quarter. You're right, Coach. Higher percentage of passing for Lanphier last week. Darian Alexander out of the gun again. Long time before the snap. No, he's got it. Hands off to Willis, his fullback, and he's taken down in the backfield. And the tackle made... it's hard to pick it up. That's 53. I'm pretty sure that's Gully.
There's a late flag after the play.
5'11", 180.
It's going to be against Eisenhower. The defense kind of blitzed a little bit on there, Bob, but come across the line and stopped him for a loss on that 3rd down play.
Flying on the play.
I think he got back to the 40-yard line, and then there's a penalty against Eisenhower. It's going to be a long one.
They're not getting any breaks tonight. So what do you think? Unnecessary roughness, or?
Maybe, or said something. Yeah, who knows? Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Back to the 25.
And I think it was after the play, so it's going to be 4th down.
They're going to have to punt it away, and if they do...
I'm sure there's a lot of frustration out there for the Panthers right now. You know, they're down big already, and it's still in the first quarter, and nothing seems to be going right for them, so I'm sure there's some frustration out there for the young men.
You're right, Coach. It's going to be 4th down. Ball back around the 20-yard line. And now Keon comes from the sideline. Frank Sanders going in there.
4th down and 23.
Keon back this time around the Lincoln 45-yard line.
You know, the coach is probably saying, don't kick it to the guy downfield.
Yeah, because he's already got 4 touchdowns.
Kick it away from him.
Here's the long snap, high, but he makes the grab. Kicks it away, line drive.
And they did kick it away from him.
You called that one, yep. Going to roll down around the 40-yard line, and Rail Splitters over there to pick it up.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line where the Railers begin.
And that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down on that punt for the Rail Splitters, and that's the way we like it, baby. 1st and 10 at the Lincoln 41-yard line.
This will be the Railers' 4th series from scrimmage, not counting the punt return, and they've scored on all 3 of those possessions besides the punt return. So this is probably one of the few times they've been in their own territory to start. Well, they started on their own 35 on the 2nd possession.
And that big offensive line for Lincoln up there. Washam snaps it to Stevens, throws it along the short sideline.
Yeah, I think he caught it.
Did he shoestring that one?
Yeah, I think so. Who is that? That's
Gabe
number 3,
Smith.
yes. He went down.
No.
They said it hit
They bring
the
it
ground.
back.
I thought,
Stevens pass incomplete.
looked like he got down and got underneath it, but apparently not.
2nd and 10 now for the Rail Splitters. We're under 2 minutes, minute 59 for Lincoln. Next week we'll be back at Memorial Stadium against Springfield. Out of that wing formation, Stevens wait for the snaps from Worsham. He's got it. Good blocking there by Poole. Throws it up ahead.
Yes.
Man wide open for the Rail Splitters. And that is, guess who? Keon Carson with the pass from Stevens. Nobody around him. He made a nice catch on the pass and took it in for the touchdown. And so that'll be a 59-yard touchdown play for the Rail Splitters. 5th touchdown of the first quarter for Keon Carson. And the Rail Splitters lead at 33-0.
I think he's going to break the record tonight, Bob.
He's going to break every record, yeah. That has to be a record for one quarter, 5 touchdowns.
You're right about that.
Yeah. So it'll be Poole on the snap, Crane on the placement. Harrow will boot it, and it is no good. Off to the right side. So the score remains Lincoln Rail Splitters 33 and Eisenhower 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
And we're back at Hanlon Field after another touchdown by Keon Carson, his 5th of the night. Lincoln has a 33-0 lead with a minute 44 left here, still in the first period. And again, we're getting ready to kick off one more time.
So Coach Velakovich just came down here and told me that 5th touchdown by Keon ties Titus Cannon's record for a game.
Oh, 5 touchdowns in one game.
Yeah. This kickoff brought to you by Chicago Street Rentals out at 1909 North Kickapoo Street. And Angel's going to kick it away, and he gets a load out there, and they're going to catch it at about the 8 to the 10. Here they come to the 15, the Panthers. They string him out to the 20 along the sideline, still picking up valuable yardage, and he's finally tripped up about the 27-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. They're getting better field position at least.
A little bit, yeah. Still not able to move the ball a whole lot. I did some research, Bob. The last time we played Eisenhower was back in 2016, and that game was played. Let me see where that game was. Anyway, Eisenhower won it 50-16.
They beat us 50-16.
Yes, and that was at Eisenhower.
Thanks a lot, Coach. You keep some good records. So was Eisenhower ever in the Big 12, or they always been in the Central State? Yeah, I think they transferred.
No, they were in the Capital Conference, I believe. Okay. Now you got me thinking about that. They might have been in the Big 12 first.
1st and 10 for Eisenhower. Darian Alexander, their quarterback, at his own 25-yard line. He hands it off. That's Willis with the football, and he does a nice bit of running. It looks like he may have a first down, Coach.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's their first of the game. And as we said, the one player they have that could be a little dangerous, that quarterback running and throwing the ball, and he got it out to the 35-yard line. So
I would think, Coach, you were a defensive coordinator. If you're leading 33-0 in the first quarter, does your defense might lose a little bit of the edge?
Oh, yeah. It's hard to keep concentration and stuff like that, both sides of the ball, to be honest with you. But, they also realize that they may not be in the game the whole game because of how it's going, so they're going to play hard here while they can be on the field.
1st and 10 at the 35. Minute 5 left for the first quarter. Darian Alexander's got the snap. And he's going to keep it himself. He's going to bring it to the outside, and he's
nice
taken down
play.
from behind.
Is that Frank Sanders?
Frank Sanders, and that's a mellow cream sack. He's going to pick up 2 donuts, Coach.
Hey, that was a great play. He played off a block, got away from a block, shed the block, and then made the tackle, and that was a great defensive play.
The mellow cream sack, of course, sponsored by Mellow Cream, and that player will get a sack of 2 donuts. You know, I told my son about this. He told me that everybody in Lincoln ought to get a donut on a sack.
Well, at least everybody in the press box.
At least, yeah. Or anybody that shows up here. 2nd and 15 now for Eisenhower in the red. 20 seconds remains in the first quarter. And Keon Carson's already tied the game touchdown amount. Now they stopped the clock.
Yeah, they took timeout because the play clock was running out, so they went ahead and took a timeout, so they didn't take the penalty.
Okay, we won't take a timeout. We'll just thank some of our sponsors. We want to thank the Lincoln Printers and Headline Salon. We want to thank Mary Todd's Hallmark. Sal Polis, our new sponsor this year. He's with Edward Jones. He's a financial advisor. Timbercrest Veterinary Services. Culver's of Lincoln, Eaton Corporation. I remember when Cutler Hammer / Eaton came to town, the population of St. Patrick's School went up. They had so many kids come into town. Schneider Chiropractic, Culver's of Lincoln, Schneider Masonry. So the Schneiders covering 2 of the sponsorships. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. That's that new bank out there. Bees Landscaping, Copper Creek Cottages, Memory Care, and Timber Creek Village Assisted Living. And the Panthers coming out of that timeout. Only about 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Panthers at their own 35-yard line. Rail splitter defense ready to go out there. And Darian Alexander will give the cadence on the count here. He wears the number 13 for the Panthers. He's a senior. He's got the snap. Going to keep it himself. Going to try and take it around the right side of the field. He's got good speed, and he's finally knocked down out of bounds. He had a pretty good pickup there, but not going to be enough for the first down.
That got us to the end of the quarter, though.
Trying to pick up who made that tackle. It could have been Kobe Glenn, but I'm not sure. So that is the end of the first quarter with the score. Lincoln Rail Splitters 33 and the Eisenhower Panthers 0. And we'll be back after this message. We'll take a minute.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Ready for the second half, and it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Panthers as they change sides of the field. They'll go to the south side of the field.
They got a 3rd down and a long 8 yards here to get for their first down here. I take that back. They got a first down there earlier in the quarter.
Rail Splitters lead it 33-0. And now Keon Carson, what's he got now? 37 touchdowns on his career.
Add 5 tonight.
Darian Alexander out of the gun. He's the left-hander for the Panthers. He's got a good arm on him. He may go for the long pass here again. He's got 2 receivers on each side of the field. Throws it out in the flat. He's got his man along the sideline. That's Willis. He's taken down out of bounds. The tackle over there for the Rail Splitters, that was big number 51, Tate Johnston. Tate Johnston's been working in the weight room out at the Lincoln Rec Center during the summer.
And he got 10 yards on that play, enough for the first down, their second first down of the game. They're close to midfield, out to their own 47-yard line. They haven't crossed midfield yet, but they're about to now.
They've done a beautiful job with that scoreboard for Lincoln. They've got the Railer man up on top. Near side hash mark. Darian Alexander out of the gun, talking to his center. Now he's ready to go. He's got 2 receivers on each side of the field and 1 running back. And he's going to keep it himself up the middle, and he's to the 50-yard line. 3-yard pickup there by Alexander, so it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Panthers.
And it was, again, Frank Sanders who grabbed him there at the line of scrimmage and kind of just hung on, and he drug him for another yard or 2, picked up 2 yards on the play, but Frank made the initial hit.
Stopped him at the 49. And the Rail Splitter defense 2 weeks in a row have done a great job, Coach.
Yeah, they're playing. They're doing a fine job. Covering passes pretty good. You know, they're going to complete some passes, and but the Railer defense is there to prevent any long runs after catches, and that's the key.
The Panthers have the black helmets with the white road jerseys with the black pinstripes down their leggings. Here's the snap to Alexander, and I believe he kept it again.
Yep. Oh, there's a flag.
And he's down into Lincoln territory at the 47-yard line. Shook up a little bit. His teammates helping him up.
Penalty flag on the play.
It could be a face mask or
Alexander, he's changed his game plan. He's just taking the football himself, and he's pretty quick. He always heads to the sideline to get his.
This is going to be a hold. Wow.
Wow, after that nice run, a hold against the Panthers. It'll be from the point of the infraction. He'll step it off.
We got past the midpoint, past the line of scrimmage, picked up about 3 on a play, but then the hold was right there where he went down, so it's going to go back to the 42-yard line.
10-yard penalty. Early second quarter, Rail Splitters lead at 33-0 if you're just tuning in. Keon Carson scored 5 touchdowns in the first quarter to tie an all-time game record held by Titus Cannon. His brother's up on the deck, one of the coaches, Tank Cannon. Split wide to the right, 1 receiver, 2 receivers now for the Panthers. 2 receivers here to the near side. Here's the snap to Alexander. He's going to air it out long. And Christian Brown breaks it up. Good job again by Christian out there.
He was really going for the interception. It was coming right at him, and I don't know if the receiver got maybe in his line of sight as the ball arrived, and he wasn't able to hang on, but he knocked it down incomplete.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 15 for the Panthers. That's the second time Christian's been there to break it up.
I think in the week practicing, getting ready for this game, I think the secondary knew that they were going to throw the ball some, so they've worked hard on preparing for that.
He's got a good arm on him, but you're right. Their preparations paid off for the Rail Splitters. Darian Alexander looks along the line of scrimmage. Now it's a high snap, deep. He's going to have to go back and grab it. And
Lincoln has the ball.
Let's see. They celebrate back there. One of the first guys back there was Tate Johnston, but I don't know who got it back for the Rail Splitters. That's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down for the Rail Splitters. Now Joe Dom runs onto the field, and he's ready to go for the Rail Splitters. Rail Splitters going to take it over. That's the way we like it, baby. A bad snap, and one of the Rail Splitters was able to get on the football at the Panther 20-yard line. Great field position for the Rail Splitters.
First down, Railers.
Yeah, he was on the ball, but as the Railers hit him, I think it popped loose, and they were right there. There was about 3 red shirts there to secure the ball.
Stevens out of the gun. He's got the ball. He hands off to Kenai Carson off the left side of the line, and he's got is that a fumble?
I think he was down.
He was down. Okay. Looks like he's got a first down, and that's Kenai Carson off the left side. Good blocking over there by the big guys, Evan Wackendorf and Zach Poole.
Yeah, I think he got down to, I think they're going to put it on the 6-yard line, a 14-yard pickup.
Zach Poole got to play as a freshman last year. He's 6'6", 300. And Evan Wackendorf, the senior, 6'1", 360. And that's who Kenai decided to go behind. 1st and 10. That's a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down. That's the way we like it, baby. Here's the snap to Stevens. Here's the handoff to Keon Carson.
He's in.
Keon's into the end zone. His 6th touchdown of the game. And the Lincoln Rail Splitters lead it 39-0. And that is a Joe Ryan Country Financial touchdown for the Lincoln Rail Splitters. And that's the 1-2 punch. Kenai and Keon Carson for the Rail Splitters.
And that's something that they added this year, getting Kenai in the backfield so he can run the ball. Last year he was a wide receiver, so that has certainly helped the running game.
And now Poole will snap it to Crane on the placement, and Angel will attempt to kick it through the uprights. There's the placement. There's the boot. The soccer-style kick is a pretty one through the uprights, and the Rail Splitters lead it 40-0 with 9:26 left in the second quarter. We'll be back.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
We're back in Rail Splitter land here at Hanlon Field, and it's going to be another kickoff for the Rail Splitters. And, of course, that means that Perry Weinbrenner and the guys out at Chicago Street Rentals sponsor this kickoff as Angel gets ready to kick it away against the Panthers. Official out there talking to Angel, and he'll, of course, kick it away from his own 40-yard line. He likes to step it off. He has his own routine that he does before he kicks it off. I don't know what the official had to say to him, but that's just between him and Angel. And Angel, he's been getting some good kicks right to the goal line. He's had to do a lot of work tonight. He's sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals. He waits for the whistle.
Hey, after this kickoff, can you guys hear me? Yeah.
Here's Angel. Boom. That's a line shot deep into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. So we just get the word that they're going to start an early running clock tonight because the Rail Splitters lead at 40-0. They usually don't start it till the second half, but, Coach, they're going to start it early tonight.
Well, if coaches agree to do that in situations like this, it's a wise thing to do, and you sure don't want to embarrass anybody out there, and yet you got to play your game. So this will help keep the score down a little bit probably. And Lincoln's going to probably wait till second half, but we'll start playing some other kids out there too. So
I would think you don't want to get these guys hurt.
Well, no. But yet you want to give them enough playing time, because they got another game next week they want to be ready for.
And there's nothing like game time conditioning.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 20-yard line. Darian Alexander, their captain and quarterback, giving directions. He's got the snap, and he's going to keep it himself off the left side. And he's got about 3 yards.
I think that was Tate Johnston on the initial hit. It popped him pretty good.
Tate Johnston. Where's the number 51? Dick Butkus' old number. He's 6 foot, 195-pounder, and he's strong as steel.
Couple-yard pickup on first down there by the quarterback. Either him throwing or him running is the bulk of their offense so far.
He's been the one-man show. 2nd and 8 for the Panthers. Out at Decatur, Illinois. Darian giving some last-second instructions there. Now he's got the snap. Bad snap. Picks it up. He wants to run with it, and he's going to have a tough time to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did. A lot of gang tackling there by the Railers. They had 4 or 5 red shirts around him as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage after that low snap, as you said, Bob, and could barely make it. I think they stopped him on about I don't see the ball. There it is, 23-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 1.
Angel going to get back in there at linebacker, and they're going to give Tate Johnston a break. As you said, Coach, will probably see a lot of that running guys in and out, and then new players getting ready to come in. 7:50 left for the second quarter, and they've started that running clock, and the Rail Splitters up 40-0. Two receivers here to the near side, to the far side for Decatur. Alexander's got the snap, rolls out to his left, throws it. He's got his man along the sideline before he's knocked out of bounds. The tackle for the Rail Splitters made by number 10 for Lincoln, and that is Kyle Keeler on the tackle for the Rail Splitters.
He got a little playing time. Keeler got some playing time last week too, Bob. But yeah, he did a nice job, nice coverage on that pass play, and knocked him out of bounds for a real short gain out to about the 26-yard line.
So it'll be fourth down now.
They had a sprinter on the wide out here going downfield. I thought maybe he'd try to go to him, but he threw the short pass instead.
And they've got a new man back here now.
That's a Kanai.
Is that Kanai?
Yeah.
Instead of Keon for the Rail Splitters.
Okay.
As they get ready to
the play clock's running down. They're going to take.
There's the snap. What happened?
I don't know what that delay was. The clock's going to continue to run, but it was they took too long to snap it. The play clock ran out.
So they'll be penalized.
So they're going to go back 5 yards. Yeah. They looked like they were already there. I don't know what the delay was, why they didn't snap it, but.
So as you said, Coach, Kanai Carson going to get a chance on the punt. He's standing on the Lincoln 50-yard line. Here's the long snap. He's got it.
Now they blocked it.
And it's blocked.
They recovered it on the 15, but.
And that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down for the Rail Splitters, again with excellent field position. With 5:50 left in the first half, the Rail Splitters lead it 40-0.
Yeah. Well, you want to practice that kind of stuff too in game condition, but at this point, I'm not sure what blocking the punt here today is going to do for him.
On the Eisenhower.
That was a low snap. The punter didn't have much of a chance. He had to go down and get it, and then try to run and kick it, and just didn't have much of an opportunity.
Gabe Smith going to split it out wide to the right here. Gully checks into the lineup for the Rail Splitters. Now they're up on the line of scrimmage. That's Washam. Will snap it to Stevens. Man in motion. And they hand it off to Kanai Carson up the middle. He's got a big hole. And he's going to go in for the touchdown. Kanai Carson with the touchdown for the Rail Splitters. So the Twins have got all the touchdowns tonight. 46-0 as Kanai Carson goes in. And that's going to be a Joe Ryan Country Financial Lincoln Rail Splitter touchdown for the Rail Splitters. They lead it 46-0.
Yeah, the hole just opened up there at the line of scrimmage for him, Bob. Some nice blocking up there, and then there was nobody in the secondary, and he just ran through it to the end zone, 15-yard touchdown with 5:03 left here in the second period.
It looks like they may go for a two-point conversion because Darren Stevens is on the field now.
Interesting. I think he's going to hold.
No, he's going to hold. Yeah. Okay, so it'll be Poole on the snap. This time Darren Stevens on the hold. And Angel will attempt to kick it through.
Oh, he just fell on it.
He just fell on it.
That was their way to not run up the score, I guess.
I guess, sir.
I guess.
So Lincoln leads at 46-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Live video streaming of this event.
You're listening to Lincoln Rail Splitter Football. Joe Lee's back at the station, keeping us on the air. And, of course, Lloyd Kirby sets us up every day, every game to keep us going. And we appreciate that. And the Rail Splitters having a big night, Coach. They lead at 46-0.
Yeah, that's everything seems to be working for them. I'm sure the coaches have some issues with something out there. But from our standpoint, offense has been clicking all night long. Defense is playing well. And as a result, got a huge lead here, and the running clock already here late in the second period.
All our kickoff sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals out on 1909 North Kickapoo Street. That's Perry Weinbrenner and his fine crew out at 1909 North Kickapoo Street. And here's Angel on the approach. He boots it away, a low barn burner up off the ground. They pick it up, and they run to the right side. That's Willis. He does a good job. Stays on his feet, broke a tackle, and he spun out of bounds around the 39-yard line. Willis did a great job that time running the football for the Panthers.
Yeah, he broke some tackles on the far sideline right in front of the Eisenhower bench, as you said, Bob, and picked up some nice yardage. Got great field position for them to start this drive.
2:22. They stopped the clock, I guess, because he went out of bounds. Ball, as you said, at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Now checking in for the Rail Splitters is Lakin Adams. Is that right? Yeah. We got to see. He's a sophomore. We got to see a little bit of him last week.
Yeah, he had. I think he had like 6 carries on offense.
He's 5'8", 130, a sophomore. Lakin Adams.
He had 6 carries for 22 yards on offense.
And there may be other players in there that I didn't catch, Coach, but that's the first one I noticed. And they'll go with 2 receivers on each side for the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. It's a snap to Alexander, and he hands it off around the right side. Nothing there. The Lincoln defense, tremendous, stopping the run all night long.
He didn't go down, but there's 2 Railers pushing him back, and finally the whistle blew to stop the play. But you're right. Good coverage by the Railers. Defensively, they're just attacking and doing a great job.
That's DeMonte Phillips in there at running back for the Panthers. Ball's back at the 33-yard line, so I would think it's 2nd and 8 now. Alexander standing up straight out of the gun. Now he's ready for the snap, and he hands off again. Another running back in there.
I think that's the same guy that carried last time, Bob, but looked like he had running room, and all of a sudden he went sideways and down. And that's another good defensive play. Couldn't see who made that stop.
The Rail Splitter defense has really shown this year in the first 2 games. Ball 36-yard line.
That's only about a 3-yard pickup on that play. Sets up 3rd and about 9. Minute 12 left here in the half.
3rd down. Lincoln leads at 46-0 in case you just tuned in. In case you think you're hearing things, they lead at 46-0. Already a running clock. 2 receivers to each side for the Panthers. Alexander, high snap, but he gets it. Rolls out to his left. He's going to keep it.
He's got the corner.
He's at the 35, 40, and he's tripped up before the first down.
Just short of it.
Try and see who that tackle was. That he's out here. I can't see his number real good. Is that 32?
Not sure. But he got the corner, around the corner, Bob, and made some nice yardage, but the Railer defense did come up and still made the stop, and Eisenhower takes their last time out here with 38 seconds remaining. They want to run another play or 2 here in this half.
Yeah, Coach, that was Court Pentecost on the tackle. We saw him last week.
He had a nice game last week, too. He had some tackles.
Junior, 5'9", 130. Court Pentecost, yeah. So Pentecost and Lakin are the 2 guys that we've noticed in there for the Rail Splitters. Looks like there's a lot of new guys out there. 34 is Cade Huskins. And number 50, there is no number 50 on there. 74?
Yeah.
Logan Walkendorf. He was in there last week. That's Evan's brother, Logan. He's a junior, 5'10", 250. Wouldn't want to run into him.
Well, neither one of them.
No. Yeah, Coach has got right here at the end of the half, he's got a lot of new players in there. 22, we already mentioned, that's Lakin Adams. I think up there on the offensive line, they've got number 58. That's Alec Claudio. He's a junior, 6'1", 220. Still got Alexander in there at quarterback for the Panthers. He's going to run with it.
He's got the first down.
Dives through, and you're right, Coach, the left side, and they're going to say you went down at the 47-yard line of Eisenhower. 47-yard line. And they're going to go no huddle. 34 seconds. Alexander will run it again. Lincoln coach is coming
slipped
down. Passes it out in the flats. Got his man along the sideline. That's, I believe, Gardner. That's Gary Gardner Jr.
He just threw a flag. Number 2 said something to the official. I don't know what he said, but he threw the flag.
He didn't like it. They were moving the sticks, too, for the first down. And now they're going to have to take it back. And now,
see, they went out of bounds and he stopped the clock. So I think it's maybe just a running clock at certain times.
I don't know. He went to the. I don't know if he got booted out of the game or the coach just got mad and took him out.
Yeah, that could be. And it's probably going to be a 15-yarder, unsportsmanlike conduct.
24 seconds on the clock. First half. Lincoln leads at 46-0.
They just want to get to the halftime, I'm sure.
Yes, sir. And
unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah.
Eisenhower.
Did Lincoln decline it?
Must have, I guess. I don't know why. I don't think they would do that.
They didn't decline it. They're marching it off 15 yards. So the ball was at the Lincoln 47-yard line.
That's back to their 42 now with 24.7 seconds left. And now the clock starts. So they might get another play. They will get another playoff.
Number 13, Darian Alexander, near side hash mark, out of the gun. He's got one lone running back with him, 2 receivers on each side. Looks along the Lincoln defensive line. Now he waits for the snap. He's got it. Good snap.
He's got some pressure.
He's got a little time.
Gets around.
Throws it, and it's going to be short.
Bounced it. And the clock keeps running.
And they're going to let it run it out. So at the end of 2 quarters of play, the first half here at Hanlon Field, the score is Lincoln Rail Splitters 46 and the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers 0. We'll be back after these messages from our fine sponsors.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference. If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Rail Splitter Football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is an SBA preferred lender and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
5 of them in the first quarter, 7-yarder, a 39-yarder, 11-yard run, the 25-yard punt return, and then the 59-yard touchdown pass from Darren Stevens. So, he got him in every way you can, and had a great first quarter. Then he picked up one more touchdown, a 6-yard run there. So looking at that, it tells you that Lincoln had a lot of good field position there in the first half.
And crazy me, Coach, I'm thinking all week, and I'm worried today. I go, is he going to get the 2 touchdowns for the record? And look what happened.
Yeah, well, and I'm not sure he'll have another game quite like this one, but he's got plenty more he's going to get over the course of the next 7 regular season games. And so, I don't think there was too much doubt, and I don't know if that probably didn't have any effect on him whatsoever, but the record's behind him now, so he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing, playing good football. And like we said here in the second half, I'm not sure he'll get much playing time, or any of the starters will get a lot of playing time here in the second half, but the clock will be running, and so it'll go fairly quickly.
And what's cool about this team, most of these guys, the quarterback, Darren Stevens, they just feed off of him. I know the Carson brothers, Keon and Kanai, they're just even-tempered guys. They're pretty cool guys. They don't get too high. They don't get too low. They just play a strong game of football.
Well, these kids have all been playing football for a lot of years now, and, the practice and what they put into it in the off-season and summertime, is paying off for them. And so it's fun to see him score a lot of points and do well out there in the field. And, we've been on the other side of it before, so it's fun to be on this side.
It sure is. And, of course, as you know, as a defensive coach, the esprit de corps, the defensive unit, plays big into this, too.
Oh, yeah. They've done a nice job of containing their quarterback. The one weapon that we heard that they had, and we've seen it out here tonight, is our quarterback. And he can throw the ball well. He can run with the ball, but too many times he's had to scramble just to get the snap from the center, which has been over his head or on the ground. And so, he's had a tough go with it, but the Railers have done a pretty good job of containing him here in this first half also.
We want to remind you our halftime show is sponsored by Grau Incorporated. They've been with us since 1953. They're out at 1905 North Kickapoo Street in Lincoln. Please phone 217-735-4444 or go online to grauinc.com. Chris Grau and his fine crew out there can get the work done for you. I just had a tune-up done out there, and my truck is running like a top. So Grau Incorporated for all your car needs. And if you need to buy a car, of course, go out to Grau Incorporated, and they'll take care of you. So at halftime, the Lincoln Rail Splitters lead at 46-0. Coach, we're going to take a timeout, and then we'll be back with more of the halftime show.
Sounds good.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
All right, thank you, Jolie. We're back out here at Hanlon Field. Bobby V and Coach Ken Schweitzer and the Rail Splitters lead it here 46-0. The Rail Splitters are starting to go through their warm-ups. Eisenhower got here a lot earlier, and the officials are out here. Everybody's ready to go, but there's still 2:52 before we can at least start the second half. They may start it a little bit early.
Yeah, the Railers are out there. They just got there, so they're loosening up. As you said, Eisenhower was out there early. They're all loosened up, and they're down there huddling at the north ends, near the north end zone. So as soon as the Railers are ready, the officials are at midfield, we'll get this third quarter started. And as you said, Bob, we'll have a running clock, so it'll go fairly quickly.
And as you said, Coach, when we were talking in the pregame, Eisenhower's got 9 guys going both ways, so they may just keep playing those same guys against our subs.
Yeah, you know, the other thing, at least that's the printed lineup they gave us, looked like they had 9 going both ways. They've had some issues over there with their substitutions, getting guys in and out of on and off the field, you know, so that's probably caused them some consternation too, trying to get plays off.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and of those guys going 2 ways, they list 3 freshmen. So if they're playing freshmen out there in a varsity football game, it's going to be confusing. It's going to be tough for them.
So like we mentioned, the third game of the week will be, or the season will be against Springfield at Memorial Stadium, and then I believe we're back here for homecoming.
Right,
against Peoria Manual.
Yeah, that's our non-conference game out of the Central State A. So we play Peoria Manual there in 2 weeks.
The Peoria Manual Rams, and they'll bring some fast players with them, but the way the Lincoln defense is playing, they may be able to contain them.
Yeah, if they can. Yeah, they opened last week against Peoria Notre Dame and lost 33-12. So scored a couple touchdowns. So yeah, you sure can't take anything for granted with Peoria Manual.
How'd Springfield do, Coach?
Springfield last week they played U-High and lost 35-18.
35-18. Okay.
That game was in Springfield. In fact, it was played Saturday night after we left. After our Glanford game, they played that game at night on Memorial Stadium's field.
So both games lost by the Springfield teams at the new Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
And who's the normal team we play?
U-High.
Okay.
Yeah, University High, which went in the Central State 8 when we went to the Apollo.
And they beat Springfield. So we've got a fighter's chance against Springfield.
Oh, I would think so. I don't know too much about them yet, but yeah.
Well, we'll find out when we face them. Well, the Rail Splitters now coming to the sideline, so we may get things started earlier than we expected.
Yeah, the clock's down to about 20 seconds, so just got to get some players out there on the field now and get her going.
So the Rail Splitters scoring 46 points there in that first half. It's a team effort, but the Carson brothers are going to be happy when they go home tonight.
Yeah, they'll probably sleep well tonight.
Yeah. They're having a good time. Now the Rail Splitters on the sideline, they might get this started earlier. They got the guys that are going to start for Lincoln out there in a huddle. And Decatur's already lined up, so they're not going to do the 3-minute warm-up deal.
No, they did. Yeah, they had.
Did they?
They had that. Yeah, they did that. It wasn't down to 0, so they just moved it to 3 minutes and let them do that. Yeah. But Eisenhower's going to receive the ball here to start this second half.
And as always, all our sponsors, Chicago Street Rentals, want to thank Grau Incorporated for sponsoring the halftime show, and now Chicago Street Rentals will sponsor the kickoff. And let's see, there's new Rail Splitters in there, and let's see if we can pick them up. Number 33, oh no, that's Owen Grant. He gets to start. He's going to stay in here on the kickoff. Owen Grant, a senior, 6'1", 175-pounder. Also, Christian Brown's in there on the kickoff team for the Rail Splitters, along with Kyle Keeler. Gully's out there, and Peyton Bunner. And Angel's going to kick it away for the Rail Splitters. Also out there for Lincoln is, looks like, is that Braven Whiteman? I think number 8. Is there a number 8 out there?
Trying to see on the far side.
Yeah, he's on the far side. 30. Yeah.
There's that 9.
Or is that 9? Okay, that's Aiden Crane.
Yeah, I think that's 9.
Aiden Crane. Okay. So Angel going to kick it away. Sponsored by Chicago Street Rentals out on 1909 North Kickapoo Street. As we start this second half and the running clock, Lincoln leads at 46-0. Angel kicks a line drive, going to go down into the corner out of bounds. And so a good field position for Decatur Eisenhower to start this second half.
Yeah, I think they bring it out to the 35 maybe.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Eisenhower Panthers. They didn't run any time off the clock on the kickoff.
Yeah, it doesn't start till somebody touches it and it went out of bounds, so it's still a dead ball. But, 35-yard line. Hey, I knew the rule once.
You do. Oh, you know them. I kind of knew it, but I wasn't going to say anything until you said it.
I was guessing it was that or 40, so I went for 35.
All right, here we go. Railer defense is ready to go. They've got some new players in there on defense up on that front line. We'll try and pick them up as we go. Alexander still in there at quarterback for Eisenhower. They need an extra player out there. They're short. They got to hurry up.
That was their trouble all the first half, too.
Didn't have a guy on the line. They got 6 seconds to get the play off. 5, 4. Here's the snap. Handed off to the running back. Tackle. He breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, but he's not going anywhere. Good job of the Lincoln defense as usual. That was number 14, Latavian King for the Eisenhower, and that was a loss. A good defense there.
Tommy Braid, a sophomore, had a first shot at him and slowed him down, couldn't get him down, but then he had some help from his other defenders that stopped him for the loss.
Tommy Braid wears the number 63. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 160. Also in there is Preston Hunt, number 57 for the Rail Splitters. Number 71, Ryan Lichenwalter. He's a senior, 6'6", 300 for the Rail Splitters. And, of course, the aforementioned Lakin Adams in there for the Rail Splitters.
Now, how they must have been a fumble. Railers got the ball.
And who we got at quarterback now?
34.
Did you say 34?
On the 34-yard line, the Railers had the ball. Yeah, that's a 40.
42.
Fumbled.
That is Lucas Melton.
All right.
And remember his dad, he was a great running back for the Rail Splitters. I can't remember. I know his first name, it just slipped out, but I'm thinking of his son, Lucas Melton. But he was one of the great running backs for Lincoln.
They tried to exchange that with Kyle Keeler there, but they couldn't make the exchange and went on the ground. But they recovered it for a couple-yard loss. It's back to the 38-yard line.
And here they come as you're right at the 38-yard line. Melton at quarterback for the Rail Splitters out of that wing formation. He's got a man in motion, gives it off 23. To the fullback. That's number 21. 3. Okay, that's Garrett Boward. He's a senior, 5'9", 160. Garrett Boward.
And that was a nice run up the middle between the tackles. He got it down to about the 32-yard line, about a 6-yard pickup.
Melton comes to the sideline. He's got the play from Coach Silkowski.
3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8 for the Rail Splitters. They come to the line of scrimmage. Lucas Melton.
They take a timeout.
Now the Rail Splitters take a timeout.
No, Eisenhower took.
Took the timeout. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
And the Rail Splitters out of the shotgun, and his father's Jason Melton. Man in motion. Here's the snap. Handed off to the right wing, and we'll try and pick up who that is. Number 22. That's Lakin Adams, the sophomore, 5'8", 130. A whole new lineup in there for the Rail Splitters. Also, number 25 is Drayden Galvin. He's a sophomore, 6-footer, 140.
That was Omari Willis making the stop there. Did a nice job of tackling him, getting him down for only a 2-yard gain. So it's 4th and about 6 for the Railers here to keep the drive going.
Number 63 in there for the Rail Splitters is Tommy Braid. He's a sophomore, 6'2", 160. Look, I'm trying to pick up the center. Trying to figure out who he is. Here's the snap to Melton.
77.
Pitches it in the backfield, and that's Keeler, and he's wrapped up around the 30-yard line. That was Kyle Keeler. He's a junior, 5'7", 140.
I think that was Sean Hicks, number 77, I think was the center on that, Bob, if I got him right coming out of the line.
For the Rail Splitters?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eisenhower's going to take over on downs here.
Yeah, I remember him in the game last week.
Yeah, okay.
Here comes a new cast of characters for the Rail Splitters.
Turnover on down.
Alex Claudio, number 58, a junior, 6'1", 220's in there. Aiden Crane, who plays a lot for Lincoln's in there. Let's see, who else is out there? Already mentioned him. 23, that's Garrett Boward. He's a senior. And it's going to be 1st and 10. And Lincoln leads at 46-0 with 8:30 now left in the 3rd quarter. Alexander stays in there for Eisenhower. He'll run or throw the long pass. He's got the snap. Keeps it himself off the left side. He's got some running room. He's got a 1st down and more. Along the sideline, Lincoln 40-35, and finally taken down. Touchdown saving tackle over there along the sideline, about 25, or did he say he stepped out of bounds early? He stepped out of bounds at the 31 before he was tackled.
Yeah, but a nice run. They got somebody down on the sideline. I don't know if it's who it is, if it was...
And now Angel Harrow's going to check back in for the Rail Splitters at linebacker.
Yeah, he got around the corner there, Bob, and had some open running room, and the Railers chased him down and stopped him. Is that somebody's hurt on the sideline? I don't know if that's not the quarterback, I don't think.
I hope not. He's their best player.
Whoever it is, he's limping pretty bad. I mean, he's standing up now, but he can't put any weight on that one foot.
Oh, man. I think they do have a new quarterback in there.
Yeah, that must be who got hurt.
Yeah.
Because he was carrying the ball on the play.
Oh, bad snap. Eisenhower just dives on it wisely back on the Lincoln 47-yard line. So they were on the 31, and now on the bad snap, the ball's all the way back at the 47.
Yeah.
Nothing can go right for Eisenhower.
No,
tonight.
exactly. Everything's gone wrong. That snap, I'm not sure they were ready for it, and the center snapped it anyway, and it went all the way back.
Now I see their quarterback laying on the track over there back.
Yeah.
Dang, that's bad.
Yeah, hopefully he'll get back next week. Eisenhower plays at Glenwood next week.
Oh, boy. 2nd and 26 for Eisenhower. Whole new cast in for the Rail Splitters. Here's the snap. Nice run around the left side. He's going to go for the first down, and he's close for the Panthers. Another nice run by Eisenhower.
Yeah, Lincoln didn't contain him on the outside. He got to the outside again a little bit and ran by some defenders. Showed a little speed there, but yeah, as you said, he
just short of the first down.
He got somebody else hurt now over on that sideline, right by the sticks. Short of the first down, but
just across the Lincoln 25, about the 24-yard line.
So they got to stop the clock now for an injury.
3rd down and 3.
Coach is trying to help him up there. He's up. That was the ball carrier, number 10. Yeah, he's hurt.
Lincoln Railers are hitting hard along the sideline.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody's going to want to carry the ball because every time they do, somebody gets hurt. The quarterback's out. Number 10's out.
I think I see Alexander up now. He's coming. Is that him? He's coming back on the field.
Well, that's good. He's able to. Yeah.
Now he's going back to the side. But I'm glad he's up. He just had a stinger, I bet. Here's the snap. And the big running back for Eisenhower off the right side breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, still along the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds, and that was their starter, Omari Willis. Willis, big, strong kid. He, let's see, I wrote his stats down. He's a big guy. He's hard to take down.
He got inside the 10. They're down to about the 8-yard line with a 1st and goal now from the 8.
He's 6'2".
From the 9-yard line.
200 and he's a big guy. First and goal for the Panthers. And
Omari Willis.
That's Omari again. But the good news is the quarterback's back in there, Alexander.
He picked up about 3 down to about the 6, maybe the 7.
Yeah, they list him at 200, 6'2", 200.
2nd down and goal.
Clock running 4 minutes and 55 seconds here in the 3rd period.
Rail Splitters lead at 46-0. Look at the quarterback. He's grabbing the belt of the offensive line, getting them in position. Now a bad snap. He picks it up, and he's not going to go anywhere.
No, he's got to get his lineman adjusted into the right position. By the time he gets all that done, his concentration and the ball went over his head.
He's like the junior. He's like the senior quarterback with the JVs out there.
He's out there trying to get everybody lined up, and he's just asking a little much for the quarterback to have to do all that.
God bless him. I'm glad he's not hurt.
Yeah.
The 18-yard line.
It's 3rd down now and goal to goal from the 18.
4:07 left for the 3rd quarter. Alexander waits for the snap. The left-hander. I wouldn't be surprised. No, you got to keep it himself.
Yeah.
He finds a hole somewhat, and then he's taken down around the.
I'm surprised he doesn't
10?
try to get farther to the outside.
Yeah.
4th down now, 4th and goal. They get a chance to score here. They're out inside the 10. See where they place this. What's going on?
Somebody doesn't like somebody else. Well, the cooler heads prevailed for Eisenhower. The hothead, they pushed him back.
Yeah, and the Railers did a smart thing. They got it way out of the way, too.
Yeah.
Now the official's going to stop.
They got the hothead for Eisenhower out of there.
Yeah, well,
his own players got him out of there.
They're going to go over and tell the coach to let him sit a while.
Put that guy in the cooler.
Yeah. Don't know what he's all upset about.
Arian Roberson. He's a freshman. He got a little perturbed.
Yeah. Well, it's 4th down. They've got to we're not cheering for them to score, but we like to see them.
So what is it? Fourth and goal.
On the 7, yeah. And the Railers don't want to score. They want to keep this shutout going. So the players out there are going to try to have one big play here to keep them out of the end zone.
Braid's in there. Lichtenwalder for the Rail Splitters.
Well, now the play clock's running down. So they're going to take a 5-yard penalty unless they take timeout. I think they took timeout.
Man, the wheels. Talk about the wheels coming off the wagon.
This is.
But they're keeping the game clock running. That's good.
And they reset the play clock.
They're just going to let it go. And they got a new quarterback in there. I can't see his number.
44. Hand it off. Here it is. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to make it. He got it in. What is that?
Touchdown?
Yep.
I think that's the big. Yeah, that's. He's the starter. That's Omari Willis.
Yeah, number 4.
In for the touchdown. They haven't put it on the board yet, but. I thought he signaled touchdown.
Oh yeah, he did.
That should make it 46-6 then.
Yeah. Omari Willis. 452.
Would you say 7 yards out?
Yeah. They had a 6 on the board, but I thought he was on the 7. I put it down 7.
Okay. And now they're backing off. What did they call it? What are they doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a penalty.
I didn't
so
see
it wasn't a touchdown.
I didn't see any penalty flag, but I must have missed it.
Well, now it's back at the 25, so it wasn't a touchdown.
Let's see.
They still keep the clock running.
Okay, now it's on the 16, so it must have been a 10-yard. It was, 16 or 17. Okay, scratch that touchdown.
All right, here we go. Here's the snap, high snap. He's got. They hand it off to Willis again.
Oh,
and boy, somebody knifed in there.
Number 5. Who's number 5?
Number 5 is Aiden Fry.
He came in and got him down low around the ankles before he had a chance to run. Good tackle.
The junior Aiden Fry.
So Lincoln will take over.
Following the turnover on downs.
So it'll be Chris Coyne, State Farm Insurance first down for the Rail Splitters, and that's the way we like it, baby. With a 1:50 left in the fourth quarter, Rail Splitters still lead at 46-0. See who all's checking. That's Kyle Keeler for the Rail Splitters, along with Lucas Melton at quarterback. And the clock's still running. Lucas Melton.
They keep resetting the play clock so they don't have to call any penalty. That's okay.
So Lucas has got 2 wide receivers. He's in the wing formation. He's got a man in motion. Hands it off to him off the left side. Some good yardage there. Oh. And they just stood him up. A lot of Eisenhower players there. Didn't pick up who the running back is. There he is.
I think the Railers doing a good job keeping their cool out there, Bob, because Eisenhower's starting to get a little chippy out there, I think.
Yeah.
I saw downfield a Lincoln blocker and their secondary guy kind of got into it a little bit, so let's hope that doesn't get out of hand. We get this last quarter done here.
I know I'm going to get this wrong. Caleb Zurlbach. Zirkelbach.
Oh. Well.
Somebody told me how to pronounce it, and I already forgot. Here's another run for Lincoln.
That was...
Still can't pick up who that is.
That's 23.
That is Garrett Boward. Under 20 seconds now.
Yeah, they'll let the clock run out here and get us to the fourth period. Lincoln's still leading at 46-0.
Got 8 seconds to the end of the quarter, and as Coach said, we're going to let her run down. And let's make it official. That is the end of the third quarter, and as Coach said, the score 46-0. We'll be back in a minute.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln and online at merealty.com.
Jolie and Coach Jolie told us that Paula checked in, our longtime friend.
Yeah. Well, good for her. Hi, Paula.
She kept us on the air for at least 20 years.
Yeah, and that's Jolie will get 20 years in here.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
So I'll be 95 by then.
Yeah.
That'll be all right. 46-0 Railers as we start the fourth quarter. And it's going to be 3rd and 4 at the 22-yard line. Lucas Melton with the cadence, and something went wrong.
Yeah, I think a few people moved a little early.
People went in motion and started blocking people, and they stopped the clock. What do they stop the clock for?
Good question.
Lincoln's going to lose 5 yards here.
Yeah, I don't know why they stop it. It's not my idea of the running clock.
So now it's going to be at least about 3rd and 9 at the 17. Now they got the clock going again.
Right, and they got that first time they were running. 3rd down and 9 for the Railers.
3rd and 9 for the Rail Splitters. Now they got the clock running again. Lincoln with that 46-0 lead.
Got it off. Where's the ball?
Ooh, he grabbed him by the helmet.
Yeah, there's a flag for that.
Yeah, grabbed him by the helmet. Was that Lucas running with the ball?
I didn't see who had the ball, but I just saw the defender grab him and throw him down.
Yeah, he just reached out and grabbed his helmet.
That'll get him a first down and keep possession, so that's a good thing. Now they stopped the clock again.
They call it face mask, but he actually just grabbed the corner of his helmet and yanked him down.
Yeah, he pulled him. Yeah,
it's hard on your neck.
Same difference. Yeah, that gotta hurt a little.
15-yard penalty. I don't know why they keep stopping the clock. Now they got it going again.
Yeah.
Ball's just short. It's at the 29-yard line. So that's going to be a Chris Coyne State Farm Insurance first down. That's the way we like it, baby, for the Rail Splitters. Eisenhower so tired they're on their knee waiting for the Rail Splitters to come out of the huddle.
Well,
there we go. 2 receivers split wide for the Rail Splitters. Melton out of the guns, got a man in motion. That's Keeler. But they hand it off to another running back.
Who is 57 for us?
57 for the Rail Splitters is Preston Hunt.
Preston Hunt just blocked a defender about 10, 12 yards down the field. Great for him. Just kept driving him back till he heard a whistle to stop the play. Nice block.
Good job, Preston. He's a sophomore, 6-footer, 165. Melton looks to the sideline. Now he's got his play. 2nd down and 4 for the Rail Splitters at the 35-yard line. Melton waits for the snap. He's got a man in motion. Hands it off up the middle. And he's taken down at around, I'd say, the line of scrimmage. That was Fry.
Yeah, well, a couple of the difference between the players now and the ones we had in there in the first half is they just don't have quite the same amount of speed and maybe quite the amount of agility to find openings there. But, it's great experience for the younger kids here at the varsity level.
Checking out that one player for Eisenhower. He's like 6'4", well over 200. 3rd and 3 for the Rail Splitters at the 36-yard line. Picked up a yard on that play. 9:10 left for the game. Here's the snap to Melton.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he hands it off on the Rail Splitter.
Back.
A little bit shook up, but he pops right back up.
Yeah, he dropped the ball and picked it right back up. Got on top of it. But
now that's going to be a 4th down situation. Is there an Eisenhower player hurt?
Yeah, I think so. He's got looks like he's holding a leg. He might have a cramp. I don't know. He's got something.
So we'll take a 30-second injury timeout, and we'll be back.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Eisenhower player with a cramp, and now they're going to help him up and get him off the field.
He's hard to walk when you get those, and he's kind of limping his way off. But he might not be back tonight, but he'll be okay after.
So it looks like Coach Rail Splitter is going to have to punt it away. It's 4th and 6.
Yeah, you'd think so here.
At their own 33-yard line. Eisenhower's out there ready to go. We got to get the Rail Splitters back out there.
Yeah.
And the clock starts running again. They keep bringing Fergusons in here.
Okay. How many are there?
I don't know. Now their dad's up here keeping the clock.
Probably want some money.
Probably. All right, it's going to be the long snap, and then the Rail Splitters will punt it away.
They let the clock run down, so they're going to take 5 yards.
They want to make it harder.
Who's punting now? That 10? Yeah. Kyle Keeler.
Kyle Keeler?
Yeah, he's back punting.
Okay.
Oh, it is? I thought that was 10.
Or is it 18?
Must be 18 if it's Colby.
I'm guessing it's Keeler.
You and I thought it was 8, and the PA man thought it was. Oh, we thought it was 10. He thought it was 18.
Yeah. Here's the boot.
You watch the ball. I'm going to see who this is that kicked it.
Okay. Eisenhower's got it, but he's not going anywhere.
That's 18. We were wrong.
Is it 18?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the rail splitters make a nice tackle. And they're celebrating. I think they sent the starters back in on the kickoff. Just to give them a little fun. 6:50 left for the game, and they stop the clock again. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. The band's restless. They're playing in the background. And as we said before, Lincoln leads at 46-0. 6:40 left of the game. The clock's moving now. 2 receivers here to the near side for the Panthers, 2 on the far side of the field. Some guys don't even know what they're doing. But nothing's changed. All right, get the snap, whoever you are at quarterback. He rolls out to his left, and that's still Alexander in there. And he throws it away.
Yeah, he's limping a little. He's still hurting a little, I think, from that earlier hit. But now he's going back out.
He's going out.
No, he went to got the play, and then he's coming back in.
Intended receiver was Marshawn Cooper. He was one of the starters. So they pretty much got the starting lineup back in there. 5:55 left of the game. Marshawn again split out here wide to the left. Alexander waits for the snap. He'd got it.
There's a handoff to their.
That's
Willis.
That's Omar. Yeah.
He's a good runner.
He's a big, strong guy.
He and the quarterback are their two main offensive players.
Yeah. Haven't been lucky on their passing game.
3rd down and about 5 for Panthers.
Yeah. Willis is 6'2", 200.
He's senior?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought so.
And Alexander's a senior, too. So they've been together a long time, all through the little leagues and everything. Darian Alexander 3 receivers here to the near side.
It's coming to one of them.
He throws it out.
Oh,
man.
Incomplete. As soon as he caught it, the Railer defender wrapped him up, did a nice job, and the ball came loose. And another defender for the Railers who was there tried to grab it, but it couldn't quite. But it was a good defensive play. And now the intended receiver for Eisenhower is on the ground.
Gary Gardner Jr. He took quite a hit. He said, "I'm hurt and I'm staying here." Well, let's hope he's all right.
It was a good clean hit by the defender. Lincoln had it defended well. They had, as you said, they had 3 receivers out there, and Lincoln's defense had it covered well.
Yeah, Garner pretty much just got hung out there. Had the hard-hitting defense for Lincoln coming, and pretty defenseless there on that pass.
I think he might have just had the wind knocked out, Punt, maybe.
Yeah.
He's up and running off.
Lincoln fans are clapping for him. Yeah, you're right. You've seen a lot of those, Coach.
Yep, quite a few. You're always happy when they can get up and get off on their own power.
When you get hit with a textbook tackling, you're just wide open. Defenseless, you get hit hard. 4th and 5 now for the Panthers. The 40, I don't even think they're going to punt. They're just going to run it. They're going to go for the 5.
Yeah.
Clock's running. 4:22 left for the game. Lincoln leads at 46-0. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff.
He's got
the right side. He got the first down. And a little more to the 50-yard line. And we can see the, 3 or 4 day later blue moon coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah. Out of the east.
Up to midfield and Eisenhower, first down.
1st and 10 for Eisenhower. 3:53 left for the game. Next week we'll be at back at Memorial Stadium. Another short drive for us, Coach.
Yeah, it'll be Lincoln. We'll go into that game 2-0. We'll wait and see what Springfield is. But good start to the season here for the Railers, picking up their first two wins in the Central State 8 as they return to the conference, and you got to be happy with that.
Close to another first down for Eisenhower, just short of the first down. Coach, I'll be able to drive again. I've still got my driver's license. In fact, I have a CDL. I used to work for the water company.
Well, you can get a big truck.
I could.
Get a semi and take us.
I'll pick you up in one of the water company's pickup trucks. I mean, dump trucks. Here we go. There's the snap and the handoff. This is the same guy, number 14 again.
Yeah.
He's got a first down this time.
Good gang tackle by the Railers. Bottle him up.
Keeping the ball carrier again.
14. Latavian King is 14. He's got a first down. Checking in for the Rail Splitters is Preston Hunt. Also out there, number 38, Triton Miller. Here's the snap. Alexander's going to keep it off the right side. He's got a first down and more.
He's running hard, breaking tackles.
Deep into Lincoln territory. He's had enough. He wants to get some yardage.
Yeah, he wants to get a score, too. You know, they got a chance here. They're down to about the 20, 21, 20.
Yeah, well, last year Lanphier scored with 3 seconds left.
Yeah, last year, you're right. They did. And we had a running clock going then, too. So
under 2 minutes. So last week it was 41-8.
Yep.
And this week it's 46-0 so far.
We're under 2 minutes, so they got time for 2 or 3 plays here. A couple anyway.
Alexander out of the gun again. 1st and 10. He's got the snap. Gives to his running back. On the left side, stays on his feet. They grab his shirt. Now that's King. That's Latavian King. He's tough to bring down.
Yeah, finally they get him. They get him bottled up there, and he won't go down. But then, geez, there got to be 7 or 8 red shirts there finally getting him to the ground.
He picked up some yardage there. Depends on where they spot the ball. The original line of scrimmage was at 20. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5 at the 15.
And we are just about that. We're down to the minute mark. Oh.
And now we're in the red on the old clock.
And Eisenhower takes a timeout.
Checking in for the Rail Splitters is Keegan Brown. And we'll be back in 30 seconds on the timeout for the Eisenhower Panthers. Lincoln leads at 46-0.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
That's one guy you didn't want to get in trouble with back in the old days was the principal, Mr. Handlin.
You found out, probably.
Pardon?
You probably found out.
Oh, no, that was... Oh, but I mean, was I still in high school at that time? No, I'm not that old. But anyhow, yeah. No, I was too smart to get in trouble.
Nah, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I could have been in trouble, but they never caught me. But anyhow, yeah, Mr. Handlin, I think they called him Beefy Handlin. He was in their award out. There's a Handlin Award out here. There used to be.
Yeah, there's a football award.
Football award, yeah.
Handlin Lineman Trophy.
They used to invite us to the award ceremony, but they kicked us out. I don't know what happened. That was probably my fault.
What'd you do?
I don't know. Here we go. 2nd and 5 for Eisenhower, and the ball's on the 15-yard line. 56 seconds to go. Somebody called timeout. Eisenhower with those black helmets and the white jerseys on the road. Alexander out of the gun. He's going to keep it himself. Try and take it around the right side.
Somebody hit him.
He breaks a tackle, still stays on his feet.
They got him down.
They finally get him down. I don't know if he got a first down or not.
I think he did.
40 seconds. Ball at the 8.
First and goal.
So it will be, you're right, first and goal. And they're no huddle. They're going for it. They want a touchdown. Alexander up under center this time. He's just going to push the whole line with him. He's going to will himself into the touchdown.
He passed.
No, he's going to pass.
He caught it. He caught it. Yeah. What was that, about an 8-yard?
6 points. And they're just going to let the clock run out.
Good.
So that'll make the score 46-6. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Cooper caught the ball. 0.6 of a second left. They're going to let him run a 2-point conversion here. So it could be a similar score to last week. Here's a snap, Alexander. He wants to run it in, and he's going to be close.
I think he's down. I don't think he made it.
He didn't make it, and there's the gun. That's the end of the ball game. Final score, Lincoln Rail Splitters 46, and the Eisenhower Panthers 6. And the Railers now 2-0 on the season, and Eisenhower goes to 0-2. But the big story is Lincoln 2-0, and Keon Carson with the all-time scoring record. He smashed it tonight, and his brother Kanai also got a touchdown. So what's the final wrap-up there on the touchdowns, Coach?
Well, as we said at halftime, Lincoln didn't do anything second half, but they had a lot of reserves in the game. But that first quarter, Lincoln had 5 touchdowns, scored 2 more in the second quarter for their 46-0 lead at the halftime. And
so Keon had 6 touchdowns.
Keon had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdowns. Kanai had 1. His brother Kanai had 1.
Wow, both teams out shaking hands. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and then we'll come back and wrap it up.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
Back here with Lincoln Rail Splitter football at Hanlon Field, and a big victory for the Rail Splitters tonight, 46-6. Keon Carson, as Coach said, with 6 touchdowns, and his brother Kanai with 1. And next week we'll be at Memorial Stadium again, Coach, against Springfield.
Yeah, it'll be a little tougher battle for the Railers next week, but good week of practice, and hope to get that number 3 victory next Friday night.
And as Coach said, the field here in excellent shape for tonight's ball game. There was no wind at all, not an ounce of wind. The Rail Splitters, if anything, has still got to work on their passing game.
Well, yeah, there's always things to work on and get better at, but this game was decided early in that first quarter, and the coaches were happy to get a lot of players in the game. Keep your varsity, your starters out, second half, keep them healthy. So there'll be a big week of practice this week getting ready for Springfield Senators.
Of course, a great offensive night, but credit that defense for the Rail Splitters, especially the starters. They've been able to contain our opponents pretty much in a shutout besides the late touchdowns.
Yeah, and the competition is going to get tougher now as the season goes along.
I want to thank all our fine sponsors. I want to thank Joe Lee back at the station. I want to thank Lloyd Kirby. He's the man that engineers all these games for us. We couldn't do it without him. And I want to thank my partner, Coach Ken Schweitzer. Thanks a lot, Coach. I'll pick you up next Friday night around 5 o'clock, and we'll be ready to rock and roll again.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's do it. Lincoln Rail Splitters win it 46-0. I'm Bobby V reporting. Thanks for listening.
Live video streaming of this event is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com.
The Heart of Memory Care consists of providing person-directed care to know and to work with each resident as an individual, and to provide them with care as unique as they are. At Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care in Lincoln, our caring, compassionate staff, enriching activities, and cottage front apartments all provide the secure, safe environment that your loved one requires. Hi, I'm Deb Mox, Administrator at Copper Creek Cottages. Let Copper Creek Cottages Memory Care be the light in your journey.
If you're not happy with the way your home landscape looks, but not sure what you need to do or how to fix it, then it might be time to get a little help from your friends at Bees Landscaping. Their highly trained and courteous staff will do all the work that fits your style and budget, including retaining walls, patios, sidewalks, leveling and grading yards, seeding and fertilizing, or new sod installation. Bees Landscaping, 1302 State Route 10. We are making a difference.
Timber Creek Village Assisted Living understands the emotional journey of moving to a new home. That's why we work hard to make the transition as easy for you as possible. We currently have apartments available and invite you to come by and let us show you how we can provide you with a stress-free lifestyle and why Timber Creek Village is top choice for retirement living in Lincoln. You'll enjoy private apartments, 3 home-cooked meals a day, daily activities, socialization with other residents, and care centered around your individual needs. Timber Creek Village, where people become friends and friends become family.
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com present Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. WLCN's live stream video coverage of Rail Splitter Football is brought to you by these fine sponsors. United Community Bank, located at 2201 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln, and online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank is an SBA preferred lender and stands ready to help both individuals and businesses. Phone 217-735-5400. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Thank you for watching WLCN's live video stream coverage of Lincoln Community High School Rail Splitter Football. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.